At Case Western Reserve University, our strength has always been our people, our students, our faculty, our researchers, our administration, and our alumni. Recently, we discovered a vast, untapped reservoir of potential hidden in plain sight. A challenge not of fundraising, but of design. President Kaler wanted to expand the university's fundraising outreach. Traditionally, each school has its own fundraisers called development officers, who are experts in the history, needs, and goals of that school and who reach out to their respective alumni. But this team would be different. Its officers would talk to any alum about anything, so they would have to be highly knowledgeable about everything. But there was a catch. This new team would have to be proactive in reaching out to our alumni. I was hired to design the strategy. Analyzing the situation, I discovered that there were 20,000 of our 113,000 alumni had no communication from Case since graduation and were rated as potential $100,000 donors. The data also told us that 46% had given at least $1 in their lives. For those donors who did not have a development officer assigned to them, they averaged only $464 lifetime. For those with an assigned development officer, the lifetime donation was $80,000. In other words, there was a 175 times increase for donors with a point of contact versus those without. Reaching the 20,000 alumni who could give at least this much but had no connection isn't just a fundraising problem. It's an ill-structured design challenge. How could I create a scalable, repeatable, and human-centered system to meaningfully engage thousands of disconnected alumni and invite them back into the university's orbit? I began to experiment with the data. After 4 months of outreach, I found that 58% of our contacts had out-of-date contact information. Second, trying to reach 20,000 alumni, even if we had data, could take the better part of a decade. Third, even if we could convince the alumni to meet with us, the budget per rep we had been given was wildly insufficient to achieve success. Realistically, I knew that reaching all 20,000 is unreasonable. Using statistical regression modeling, I removed 90% who would ultimately refuse a meeting, had died, or actively didn't have the financial inclination or capacity to give. Removing those, we estimated that the actual number of qualified alumni who could take a meeting was just under 1,800. Our solution began with people. Based on data and knowing number of contacts a development officer could put into a portfolio, I made the argument to hire 4 new development officers, which was approved. Including me, we now had 5 on the national major gifts team. Each rep would build their own portfolio from their assigned regions. Speaking of regions, I applied systems thinking to balance geographic regions. I designed a balanced system of 5 portfolios, equitably distributing territories by the importance of the region to the president's office, total expected distance traveled annually, the wealth concentration of a region, number of alumni in a region, seasonal feasibility, and rep commonality. The result was a territory plan which ensured manageable portfolios with clear rules. Regions with more qualified alumni require increased annual visits. Officers' travel is limited to 8 days per month. By clustering visits and prioritizing key regions, we maximize donor face time while maintaining a sustainable schedule that supports work-life balance. Next, I applied human-centered design. I was granted a trial account to LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I felt that outreach through this medium would allow us to have more genuine first interactions with alumni. It produced results immediately. For example, Chad R. responded to my initial inquiry asking how to set up an estate gift. Within a month, he was on campus, and soon every development officer got an account. Our approach is fundamentally human-centered. We're not just assigning names to portfolios, we're designing an experience that values donors and staff alike. By keeping portfolios balanced and travel sustainable, each officer can truly know their donors. This means more personalized engagement and genuine relationships rather than superficial check-ins. Going forward, we'll create regional dashboards in our CRM to track progress in each territory. This systems analysis approach means we can continually tweak and improve our strategy. No wealthy region or promising alum will slip through unnoticed. Data transparency will keep officers accountable and leadership informed, ensuring that our portfolio design translates into real results. Our goal is to maximize fundraising potential while maintaining trust and quality engagement, treating donors as partners in our mission, not numbers. This design ensures our team can cultivate meaningful connections that inspire generosity for the long term. But before the program could officially launch, President Kaler and Carol Moss required buy-in from each school's leadership. Because we were surfacing potential donors with degrees across campus, the key to everything was collaboration from each school. In early June, I began my rounds to the schools to present my plan. On July 9th, I met with leadership from the dental, nursing, and medical schools and presented them with the plan. They commented that nobody had ever undertaken such a comprehensive analysis of alumni data. While they were concerned about my team's involvement with their alumni, they agreed that quarterly check-ins and training for my team on their priorities and initiatives would aid our collaborative efforts. On July 14th and 15th, I met with leadership of the College of Arts and Sciences, Weatherhead, and the School of Engineering. All agreed that, like the health sciences schools, with quarterly check-ins and ongoing education, this would be a huge leap for them individually and for the university. In August, I'll finalize my tour of the schools by meeting with the Mandel School of Social Sciences and the School of Law. I assume that they will also understand the purpose of our role is to collaborate with their efforts and help them raise funds, and they will approve. I've already had preliminary conversations with each, and they seem excited. Thus, within the first 9 months of my role, I've assessed the situation, created the vision, built the plan, aligned the people, and begun execution. We're currently monitoring and iterating the program as we move forward. We will continue to assess the situation and iterate. Although we anticipate that it will take 3 to 4 years to fully build out the team, we believe that within a decade, when the reunions of 2035 hit campus, tens of millions of fundraising dollars will be raised by hundreds of additional donors by the new National Development Team.